Alright, I believe we live. And chat, this time around you're gonna start this video with a little bit of context, okay? And then after I play this video, we are gonna move on to the statement that was dropped by Red Ink. Pardon me. Red Ink dropped a statement on IG. So we're gonna go through the statement, we're gonna read the statement, and we're gonna dissect the statement, and we're gonna figure out who's in the wrong here. Okay. This whole story has been going on for about a week now. Very complicated. Some gray area here and there. Seems like two parties are on one side, one party's on the other. We'll talk about everything in this stream. So yeah, let's start off with this right here. Okay, let's go. Paragraph 3 of Mr. Khoza's statement. Paragraph 3 does coincide with what Ms. Nokwe is sharing on MacG's podcast, Music Pulse with Spiso and Tahi and Nota.
On the floor, the main director asks, okay, so guys, are we okay? What's going on? Can we continue with the shoot? And then I say, well, I'm comfortable to do the scene with him again if he doesn't thrust me this time. I can do it with him again. He shouldn't thrust me this time. And he's like, no, I'm not comfortable to do the scene with Nirvana again. And I take full accountability for what I did, which is thrust her, but I'm not comfortable to do it with her again.
He does agree, however, as she has already stipulated that she did decline that a stunt double performs the scene. Now, her declining the stunt double is based off of the fact that she felt like the stunt double wouldn't do a better job as her because the stunt double was seemingly pregnant.
So here's another important point, and this is the last one I'll make. It was double, right? The stunt double is meant to have my frame, and you know, we're meant to look similar in height and in body. The stunt double that they hired was a visibly pregnant woman. She was about 6 months pregnant, and it was so visible, and it was just like, why would you hire, like, the reason I offered to do it again if he doesn't thrust me is because they hired it, that he can't do it with the stunt double. He would.
Yes, he can, man. Yes, he can, Miss Nirvana. That is not up to you to decide if he can do it with the stunt double or not. Okay? It's up to the production team to decide. And if he's comfortable doing it with the stunt double, then why not? It's not up to you to decide, man. So she insisted, Miss Nokwe insisted that no, you guys are not going to do this with the stunt double. I want to do it myself, as long as he doesn't thrust me. Okay, so she still put herself in a compromising position even though she wasn't comfortable with the whole situation. She still put herself in that situation even though Mr. Khoza was also still uncomfortable with continuing on with the act with her. The stunt double is well aware of the script. She knows exactly what's going on in the scene, and the stunt double was okay with performing that scene. But according to Miss Nokwe, nope, she can't do it. I want to do it. Miss Nokwe insisted that she's going to put herself in a compromising position as long as she's provided with therapy after the whole ordeal. Yes, she knew exactly what she was getting herself into. She agreed to everything that was going on. Okay? But the line was drawn. Do not thrust me. There you have it, right? So that's the context. At least that's how I wanted to start the video, so that you guys, we are all on the same page on exactly what we're talking about. Okay? So, as you may know, and if you don't know, 24 hours ago, a video was dropped. Not a video. A statement was dropped by Red Ink Production on their Instagram page. Bomb_production dropped this statement, yeah? Sorry, chat. Just going back and forth with my chat over here. Pardon me. All right, cool. So it's dated 20 May 2026. 24 hours ago, they dropped this statement regarding allegations raised on social media, yeah? In response, just follow me on the screen. In response to the allegations and speculation on social media, we believe it is important to outline the position and process followed by the production. Okay? Sexual abuse is a serious and deeply painful reality in South Africa, and we stand in solidarity with victims and survivors. We also believe that all allegations must be handled through a fair, careful, and lawful process for all parties concerned. Any allegation of abuse or harassment is treated seriously, and the safety and dignity of all cast and crew remains paramount. Everybody agrees with that over there, that paragraph. When Miss Nirvana Nokwe-Mseleku raised her concerns, they were immediately taken seriously an extensive process of consultation and investigation was initiated immediately as she raised concerns. Okay, so we're gonna assume that it was same day when it happened or the next day. Let's rather say she raised concerns on the 10th of September 2023 or on the 11th of September 2023. At least that was the date of the incident. Okay, where are we? Okay, cool. The outcome was communicated to both Ms. Nokwe and Mr. Khoza, along with information about further avenues available to them should they wish to pursue the matter. Okay, for clarity, the following processes were undertaken by the production team, and this is all in bullet form. Perfect. First bullet point reads, the nature and intensity of the scene was disclosed to all cast members prior to contracting, and comfort and consent were confirmed on multiple occasions throughout rehearsal and filming. Okay, production house knows exactly how to do their job, and they made it very clear exactly what needs to be done and how it's supposed to be done. Fair enough. The scene was not a sex scene. It was a violent scene within a serial killer storyline in which both actors were fully clothed and no simulated sex was required or requested. As such, a safety officer rather than an intimacy coach was hired to be present during rehearsals and filming. Okay, so Mr. Khoza, on his statement, he mentioned that it was I think a grape scene, and Miss Khoza as well mentioned that it was a grape scene, and obviously a grape scene, it does imply a sex scene to some degree, no, doesn't it? I mean, you know what I'm saying? So the production house is saying that it was a violent scene within a serial killer storyline in which both actors were fully clothed. They both agreed that they were fully clothed, of course. The scene was not a sex scene. Well, I think grape is a sex scene, but let's keep going. Both actors were informed they could stop the scene or call cut at any stage if they felt uncomfortable. If you feel uncomfortable, please let us know that I'm uncomfortable. Can we stop? Okay, so both actors had that privilege, right? Both actors knew that if I feel uncomfortable, I can just say cut and everything will stop. Now here's the issue, right? The issue is that when Miss Nokwe was on the phone with Sfiso on MacG's podcast Music Pulse, she mentioned that she did not call cut. However, the person who did call cut was Bonko. Mr. Khoza is the one that called cut, according to Miss Nokwe's call with Sfiso on Music Pulse. Right? So that implies that, I don't know, maybe he felt uncomfortable. Or maybe the scene was done. They were done with the shot. I don't know. But she did not call cut. That we can confirm, judging from everything that's been placed online. Judging from everything that's been online, all of this is alleged, by the way. But yeah, as we keep going, where are we? Okay, cool. There was no indication of anything untoward in any of the rehearsals or during the filming. The scene was emotional and intense, and Miss Nokwe's performance was in keeping with that intensity. Perfectly fine. So she was doing a great job, I suppose. Following the allegations, the set was immediately shut down and production wrapped for the day. So she immediately, right? Following the allegations, it reads, the set was immediately shut down. So she immediately raised concerns during the set, right? She immediately spoke about it during the set, because there's a lot of misconception online that why is she talking about it now in 2026? Oh my God, why is she only going to that? She immediately raised her concerns as soon as it happened. So I don't want to hear that chat that it's been 3 years, get over it. I don't want to hear that. Okay? Because she addressed it immediately. Perfect. Meetings and consultations were arranged the following day to begin investigating the matter. So meetings and consultations were arranged the following day. The following day was the 11th of September 2023. They started operating investigations. No problem. That's the production house saying that. Cool. Ms. Nokwe-Mseleku requested the producers obtain a formal letter of apology from Mr. Khoza. Yeah, Mr. Khoza stated he did not agree with the allegations made by Ms. Nokwe-Mseleku and was thus not willing to write any letter whatsoever, because writing a letter is admission of guilt. Writing an apology letter is you saying that, oh, I did it, oopsie, I'm sorry. I did it, oopsie, I'm sorry. That's what that's what an apology letter is. And he's like, I'm not doing that because I didn't do it. So he denied. Let's keep going. It reads that a thorough internal investigation was conducted involving producers, directors, and key personnel present on set. Yeah. Professional emotional support was offered to Ms. Nokwe-Mseleku at the production's expense. Legal counsel and Swift, sisters working in film and television, were consulted. Yeah, we acknowledge the seriousness of the allegations and the impact this matter has had on both parties. We have strived to ensure a process that is careful, fair, and lawful for both parties. They left it at that. We did our job. They saying that we handled the situation as best as we possibly could. You feel what I'm saying? And in conclusion, after investigation, we found that there was no foul play whatsoever. Apparently, there was footage as well. The footage that the cop asked Miss Nirvana. If you haven't seen those streams yet, please go check them out. You know what I'm saying? I did 3 streams on this topic since Monday, I think. So I've been quite invested in the story. I've been dissecting every single document that's been released. So if you're interested to see what I was my concerns, reactions, my analysis, my perspective as how I'm seeing things being laid out to us on the internet. Everything is alleged, by the way. Just go have those videos, okay? They're all on my stream, on my live stream tab on YouTube. Perfect. Cool. So the Blues are saying, sorry, man. We did everything we could. We even involved sisters working in film and television and a legal counsel as well. Unfortunately, man, we can't really do much. That's when she decided to go to the police because she realized that her team is not helping her, or the production team is not helping her. So she's like, you know what? Let me just go to the cops. Maybe they'll figure something out for me, because clearly these people are not willing to help me get justice of some degree, of some sort. All she wanted was an apology. But even the cops couldn't help her. Even the cops couldn't help her. If you haven't seen that clip yet, like I said, go on my channel. I played the whole shandies. I just cut out a few parts here and there because, hey, you know, YouTube gets iffy with some words, yeah? So just go listen to that voice note that she dropped when she was on a phone call with a police officer of South Africa. And he told her that, man, it's going to be hard to help you, but I'll help you regardless. And it's been a back and forth situation for a couple of years now. It's been 3 years already. Anyway, what we will do, however, is have a look at some of the comments that were dropped in the comment section from our audience. So somebody in the comment section reacted to the Bonko exposed on Music Pulse call that Miss Nirvana had with Sviso. Okay, so Bridget, welcome to the channel. She's like, the alleged thrust did not happen after the scene was shot. According to her, it happened during the scene. Okay, after he finished whispering his lines to her ear before she started her lines, which was screaming during a close-up. Okay, if you don't know what a close-up is, it's when, you know, they focus on the subject. The subject in this case, maybe let's just assume that the focus was Miss Nirvana. So the camera just zooms in on her or zooms in on both of them, on both of their faces. It's a close-up, yeah? We don't want to show you what's happening in the scene, but we'll just we'll dial a close recording of the subject. So boom, the camera is right here, and Miss Nirvana is screaming or whatever, or he's whispering whatever he's whispering to her ear. Cool, that's a close-up. Cool, let's keep going. Basically, it happened as they were shooting the scene, not after. It happened as they were shooting the scene, not after. Her argument is that he shouldn't have thrusted her at all, as she did say that, please don't do it, please don't do it. I'm willing to shoot the scene again, because maybe there were a few takes, but please, this time around, do not thrust me. Okay? She made it crystal clear, according to what she said on the call with face on him. Once he heard he made her feel uncomfortable, he refused to continue acting out that part with her. Fact. Right? Which was a good move on his part, because today she could have twisted the whole thing and said she was forced to do it. Mr. Bonko said, I'm not gonna do it. I do not want to continue acting out this scene with Miss Nirvana because she already expressed that she's uncomfortable. All of this I'm taking from what she said to Fizz on Music Pulse. I do not, that's Mr. Bonko, allegedly, I do not want to continue on shooting the scene. I want to do it with a stunt double. Mr. Vanna's like, nope, you're not going to do it with the stunt double. I'll do it myself. Why? Because she allegedly felt like the stunt double, it wasn't appropriate for the stunt double to do the scene. Why? Because the stunt double was pregnant. 6 months, visibly pregnant. Again, I already expressed how I feel about that. I already said that it's not up to Miss Nirvana to decide who does their job in what terms or whatever. The stunt double's job is to be a stunt double. Her job is to do her job when she's called out to do her job. You feel what I'm saying? If she's uncomfortable with doing her job because she's pregnant, she was going to say, I'm uncomfortable with doing my job because I'm pregnant. Why did Miss Nirvana feel like she had authority over deciding who does their job and when? But we already spoke about that yesterday. It's on my channel. We're not going to talk about it now. Let's keep going. You there, Phoebe? Hold on. Right? So I'm just going to read from here. Which was a good move on his part because today she could have twisted the whole thing and said she was forced to do it and apologize for making her feel that way. However, she was still determined to do it again with him. Why was she so determined to do it again with him? If she, quote unquote, felt uncomfortable. It doesn't make sense at all. I agree with you, Miss Bridget. He didn't make her feel unsafe or violated enough not to continue, but she still wants to be in a compromising position with him, then later on ask for a public apology. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I agree with you again, man. Unfortunately. Why now? Why now you want to make it look like, oh my God, I was uncomfortable with the whole scene. Then why did you do it, man? Fair take. Yeah, man. I guess we'll just leave it at that, chat. You know what I'm saying? Sensitive topic, this one. I'm glad it's over. Is it over? I'm glad it's over, at least on my end. I don't think I want to continue making content off of this very, very difficult subject. I mean, it's very sensitive. Say one thing wrong and it's chai for you. I mean, for instance, somebody told me that it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I agree 100%. And me, I'm a fast talker. So the first thing that comes to my mind, yap. It's gotten me in trouble quite a number of times. So, I need to start talking slower so that I think and process what I'm about to say before I say it. Especially in these types of affairs, topics, trending topics, whatever. I hope that Miss Nirvana finds peace in her heart. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she's a bad person. I don't think... Well, she could be trying to, defame Homestar's character. Is Homestar going to sue her for defamation of character, seeing that the public is saying that, oh my God, man, what you're doing is wrong, why are you doing this to Blue? The general public, the general consensus, it's quite 60-40 if I'm being honest with you. A lot of people are siding, more people seem to be siding with Mr. Bonko. Ironically enough. I mean, it used to be believe all women, but this time around things are a bit twisted, nyana. Things are a bit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, slinted to the side of the brew this time around. So I guess in this case, the hashtag believe all women does not apply. Do you feel what I'm saying? Very unfortunate. Do I think that she did feel uncomfortable doing the scene? I do think that she felt uncomfortable doing the scene, but she just won't admit it. That's the problem. She's not admitting it. That it say, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have done that scene. Maybe I should have just went with my gut feeling that it say I shouldn't do the scene because I'm uncomfortable. Let the stunt double do it. Unfortunately, she insisted on doing the scene, so that makes her look discreditable a bit, to be quite honest with you guys, yeah? It does partly discredit how she feels about the whole situation, I won't lie. Tell me what you guys think on the comment section below. You know what I'm saying? Really appreciate you guys joining me today. Make sure you click the like button before you leave us a belief. I'd really appreciate it. And mind you, like I said in the beginning of the stream, I'm doing another stream. No. But this time around, we're doing a reaction video of the same topic that we just discussed now, yeah? Because one of my favorite YouTubers, YL Talks, just dropped a video just this morning, I think. And I'm like, bro, why not react to my boy? You know what I'm saying? Because he makes good content. Because he's talking about the exact same subject. He's talking about Mr. Bonko situation. It's crazy and it's getting dark. I want to hear what my boy has to say in that video. Please join me in that one shortly. Right now, rather.